Hello, good evening. So, this is my first live on my new Instagram page. So first of all, I wanted to say I am B, and I am here. I opened this new page because my other page is really into a lot of yoga, and it's really a lot in Italian because I am Italian. And so I decided to not mix it anymore and to have a new one in English where I can talk about my passions, which are traveling, being a nomad, and surfing, and as well also some yoga, and because it's my life, and writing. So this is all what we're gonna do here, but mainly it's about adventure, about a lot of things. But I will, because one of the main things I do, I coach people that can be in yoga. I do yoga teacher trainings, but I'm a business coach, and I help people create their business, and I also coach them in general to let go of limiting beliefs and this kind of things. So I love to share things that can help you to be successful, not just in your business, but you can be successful in everything. So today it is about how to create a routine for success. And as I was saying, success can be many different things. And for me, success is when I feel free, when I can be myself, when I can be authentic, when I am able, because it's always a choice to be able to be authentic and to feel free in that, to have no attachment and no control. And that's when I feel that I have success, when I feel abundant, when I have my friends, and because I'm in financial freedom. So this is all together for me success. Having my time freedom and having location freedom as well. So these things all together are building my success. So the first thing you have to do is to understand what success is for you. So your why you want this, and what it is that you want. So these two things are the most important, because success for a person can be like just having a family and being happy in the family, or it can be being successful in their business. So see, anything for you that can be success, it's different for another person. So the first thing it is, you have to write down what's for you success. And once you have figured out that, half of the things are done, because then you just have to create actions to get to your success. And there is the difficult part, because if you had already that success, it meant that you actually already took those actions. But usually you are not there, because the actions that you have to take to get successful, they're actually taking you out of your comfort zone. And so they're not easy to do. So that's the thing. You have to be really courageous to get successful, and to actually follow your dreams. You have to be really courageous. So what you have to do, you have to start to put actions on your calendar. And if your dream and your success is something that maybe can take a year, 5 years, you have to put small goals into your agenda. Maybe start with the 1 month goal and then the 6 month goal. But I want to talk about routine, like more short-term routine. So your routines, because that's really important to actually find your routines. Your routines are really important, what you do on a daily basis and on a weekly basis, because especially if we work on different sides, like we want to work on our family, on our financial success, on our personal development, doing everything every day, it's a lot. So I have planned out, usually for my coaching clients, I plan out a weekly routine, so that, because most of the people now, they want to have a routine every day and they want to achieve big things. If they do everything in one day, they feel they're not good enough, they feel they are a failure, and then they stop. So the best thing to do is actually to write down all the things you want to achieve, that you want to do as a routine, and then spread them out in a week. Because this is the only way that you will actually get to do them. Spread your stuff out in a week. That's the most important thing. Because our days are so full and time is going so fast at the moment that we will not be able to do everything in one day. And that feeling of failure and that feeling of not being good enough is something that will stop us to actually keep on going. So the thing, as I said, is finding out what's for you success, what's for you happiness, or however you want to call, and then why you want it, why it's so important for you, and then write down the actions and spread them out in 1 week. So this is like the most amazing, the most important thing. And it's really important that whatever you do to make it successful, it has to be, yes, something personal, but at the same time, it has to be focused on impact. I don't want to say impact to the world, but even if you think for your success is like your family and your friends, you have to put it in a way that actually it's focused on impact and on togetherness. Or even if you are talking about a business, it has to be a win-win-win thing. It has to be something that is good for you, makes you happy, makes happy the people that you're working with, but it also impacts the world. This is usually the key of success. And you have to think about the impact, because in the Buddhist teachings, we talk about bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is actually to develop inside of you that sense of being altruistic. So if you focus on the inside but also on the outside, I mean, on the outside means on the impact of the other people, that is where you actually will change what you're doing. And that will give you the courage. Remember when I was saying usually the steps that you have to take to reach a point, they're actually steps that you have to take out of your comfort zone. And usually they are scary. So if you focus on the impact and not just about yourself and about your ego and about your fears, then it's much easier. If you say, oh, this could impact like 100 people, this could impact 3 people, it doesn't matter how many, but this will change. It will help you to do the steps that you have to do. Another thing which is important is to get support. So either in a community or as a coaching or anything. I'm coaching people who are actually people who are really successful and they think they know everything. But then they understand that there is something that they're always still in their comfort zone. And I push them out of their comfort zone to make those changes. And sometimes I just need to tell them a word. And because they really want to reach, when you reach out for support, usually it's when you really want to make the change. So that is another important thing that you can do, is ask for support. It's really important that around you, you have people that are like-minded and support you to reach what you want to reach. And to have the same type of people of the same success or happiness that they want, as you. Like, it's so difficult. Many people are into a relationship and maybe they love each other, but love is not enough. You have to go. I'm old enough to say, actually next week I'm turning 42, and I'm not that old, but I'm old enough to say that in a relationship it's so important that you go in the same direction. And that's why it's so important that your meaning of happiness and success is the same then for the other person. So if your success is having, and happiness is having an amazing relationship, remember, love is not enough. It's you need to be in the same direction. And that's why sometimes it's to reach that happiness, you have to do that step, to step out of that relationship. That's your going out of the comfort zone and actually putting your attention towards the happiness with someone else, if you really long for a relationship, and not staying stuck in something that for fear and not courage you're there, but you actually are not reaching. You will never reach your happiness. So it's really important. Get support. This is super important, even if it's just a friend and that you can talk with. So another thing about the actions here, especially in a business related thing, is important that you do intentional actions, which means in anything you do, even in if you want to do a good dinner, there are 100 actions you can do. You can go to the grocery shopping, then you can do the nice table, you can buy a recipe book. There are like many things you can do, but you have to stick with the one that give you result, the essential ones, because if you don't do that, you will get out of that momentum, and you will also take too much time, and then you will be overwhelmed. So it is important when you, especially as I was saying, when you start a business, that actually the actions, do the action that actually, because we're talking about business, make you actually bring you towards an income. And sometimes we spend time doing things. I can give you my example. Sometimes I spend half an hour writing a post, but maybe I have 3 other things that are more important that I can do, and maybe I take even less time, but I will actually get a more successful impact economically. But sometimes those actions that give us more money, for example, they are the ones who a little bit we have to go out of our comfort zone. So we don't do them, we postpone them, because usually also those actions you can't see them straight away, so we just leave them a little bit far away. But actually I built to do like a thing in my calendar usually, that I write down the actions. I have the actions for 10 euros, actions for 100 euros, actions for 1,000 euros, and action of 10,000 euros. And I will write them in every evening for the next day. And I will start with the action of 10,000 euros and then go down. So once I have done the 10,000 euros and the 1,000 euros, I feel that the other one, if I want to do them or not, they're not important anymore. If I start with the other ones, like for example writing a post, I get lost and then I get overwhelmed, and then I need to keep on doing things and I feel I don't have enough time. So be really intentional. That's what they mean when they say work smarter, not harder. So this has to be part of your routine. And the thing that is important is prepare everything. Like I prepare Sunday the things I want to do during the week. I usually read a book a week, and I put down, okay, this book is kind of like 200 pages, 300 pages, how many pages I have to read almost every day, for example. So this is my goal during this week. one of the goals. I have to finish a training. Okay, I have to prepare a web class. Okay, how many hours I need to do every day, or shall I spend a whole day on that? And I organize on Sundays my whole week. And then the night before, usually, I do this thing about the money. I don't know how you really say it. And then so I organize the next day in this way. And I still write everything, even the 10 euros one. But I would I will try to start all the time to do the one from 10,000 euros. And this is more or less, I didn't want to talk about like a routine. Most of the people talk about, in the morning you have to do affirmations, you have to do this and you have to do that. That's not what I want to talk about, because we are all different and everyone has different things. Of course, I wake up, I love to do a meditation, I love to do some movement, I love to read and to write. These are the 4 things I love to do in the morning. But my routine changes so much. It depends so much on the things I do. So I actually stopped giving routines to people, but because I prefer to work one-on-one. So according to how they are and what they want, I usually try to bring weekly routine to them so that they actually do everything. Also because the people usually that I coach are overachievers, and they're either in my business or they're just they're coming from my teacher training sometimes, and so they just want to have they just want to continue the program with me. So this is usually what I do, and I think that everyone should try to understand, as I said, the first thing, what is for you success, and just build on that and do all the steps that I told you, and you will see that you will, in 1 year from now, even in 6 months, your life will be completely different. So I'm sure this helped, because it's helping so many people that I'm working with. And so don't be scared, have courage, and just go. And if you need help, just reach out to me. So thank you very much and have a lovely night. Bye.